Hey guys, thank you once again for tuning in to Home Built Happiness. Today I got a product review for you. And listen, some of these I get really excited about, I get really giddy about them because they've done a lot for us and they've got a ton of things to talk about. This one isn't one of them. If you've been living in a camper for any amount of time, or pretty much anything that's on wheels and you're in it full time, you probably know a thing or two about condensation and humidity. That's something that is one of the struggles that when you're living like this, one of the things that you really have to keep an eye on is the moisture that's inside your living space. And when you're living in here and you have a bathroom, you're wanting to get showers every day. When you're cooking and you're using a stovetop like this, you're going to want to boil water, make coffee, boil pasta, whatever it is that you have to do, you're putting off a lot of humidity in here. And if you're reading forums like Cheap RV Living or you're on some of these Facebook groups, you'll see that when people deal with mold and it gets the best of them, it can turn real bad real fast. What I got for you today is a Midea 20-pint cube dehumidifier. I kind of think out of all the units that are on the market in this size, the real benefit to this is its ability to nest. So you can have the unit down inside of the moisture receptacle when it's not in use. Real estate is pretty sparse in here. So let's check it out. The unit we're talking about today is this Midea cube dehumidifier. And I'll put the model number up on the screen for you. This particular unit is the 20 pint, which is the smallest of the cube dehumidifiers. They range in size, and this is the 20 pint unit. What that means is that it has the ability to remove under test conditions up to 20 pints of moisture per day out of a living area, which would be 2.5 gallons of moisture per day. We're pulling about a half a gallon a day out of the air with this unit. Let me run you through some of the features. You got your power button right here, and you can hold it down for 3 seconds if you want to connect it to Wi-Fi. It is a smart dehumidifier, so there is a app that you can run on both Android and Apple for this unit. You do have to have a wireless router in order to connect this unit to it. That is one function that we are not able to utilize. You've got settings for humidity up and down. You've got fan settings of low and high. You have 3 mode functions. You have the set function, which is going to allow you to set a humidity level, and the machine will automatically manage that. You have a continuous setting, which allows you to place the fan on either low or high, and it continuously operates, or max. And that's how we use it here, which is max, which will only give you the high fan function, and it will run continuously. Your fill level is going to illuminate either 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on how full this unit is. The timer allows you to shut it off at a preset interval. And then you're going to have a screen right here that's going to show you what the relative humidity is. One thing that confused me in the beginning, and I don't want you guys to get hung up on this, on the bucket, the side with the little viewfinder here for your moisture level, this is the front side. It will always be the front side. It needs to align with this control panel when you're setting it up. Now this unit can be ran both with this bucket and without it. It does come with a supplied hose. I believe it's about 18 inches, possibly a little bit longer, where you can run it into a sink or through a drain. We are going to plug our unit in, and I'm using a kilowatt meter so that we can see what the startup current is and how much energy this unit does pull when it's in operation. It's on, you're going to hear the fan on high, and it shows that we have the high fan mode selected, also on max running mode. Now when you do select max running mode, it is not going to let you choose the low fan setting, but this is how we use this unit. It's currently reading 53% relative humidity. Listen folks, I told you this wasn't going to be the most exciting episode we've ever done here on Home Built Happiness, but we're going to let it run for 24 hours. We'll give it 24 hours, we'll see what it pulls from the air. Mind you that we do run this all of the time. I've only had it offline for about probably an hour so that I could clean the unit prior to doing this video. We're reading 40% right now, but we will look and see what it pretty much takes out of the air on a consistent basis for us. The energy consumption, as you see, stays around 200 watts. The highest I've ever really seen this unit go is about 230. Like I haven't even seen it break the 250 watt mark. So if you're living off grid, if you're on solar, if you're running off batteries, this is something that you can use to keep the humidity down, and it does work great. I will tell you, it's on high right now. You do hear a little bit of air, but it doesn't stop us from sleeping. It actually adds a little bit of white noise, which if you're on the road, if you're used to being in maybe truck stops, Walmart parking lots, or in places where you might have neighbors, this will help drone a little bit of that out, and it's not obnoxious. All right, we'll check back in 24 hours. Everybody, it's been exactly 24 hours. We've maintained a relative humidity between 31 to 39%. We're gonna find out how much water or how much moisture we've actually pulled in 24 hours from this unit here in the CTC. All right, it looks like we've got a total of about 48 ounces or 47.9 ounces. All right, so you've seen that in 24 hours, this unit is capable of pulling about 2.5 gallons per day in test environment. That's where they get that 20 pint number from. But we've been able to pull 48 ounces, and that's in a cargo trailer that was already at, you know, mid 30s relative humidity, and it's maintained that and pulled a little bit, about a third of a gallon, a little bit more than a third of a gallon. I always end these review videos by asking, do I think it's a good product? I think this is a no-brainer, and to be honest with you, it's one I wish we didn't have to have. You know, it is large, it does consume power. Overnight, I did not track more than 247 watts being used from this unit. Off of a 12-volt battery, it is about 20 amps. So it does use a considerable amount of power. It is heavy. It does take up some space. But in an application like what we're using it for, I would say it's absolutely necessary. And if you're having problems with moisture, with humidity, I would say this particular unit, it's going to do it for you. You're going to be able to take hot, steamy showers, not open the windows, dry your clothes, dry your towels, do everything right inside of your unit. I see in forums where folks living in schoolies are having to scrape ice off the inside of their windows right now because it's so cold and the humidity sticks to the glass and it freezes there. You have something like this, you're going to drastically minimize, you know, that occurring. So, folks, I really hope you enjoy. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you, hopefully on the dry side, next time.
Bon voyage.
Bye-bye.